ladies, to another episode of Dream, Heal, Thrive. I'm Monet Farcole, and today we're going to be lighting a fire under you to get you moving, sis. So Oh, if you've been waiting for someday to live the life you dream of, this episode is for you because you don't want to just keep waiting. Stop waiting. We want to start now. And that's what we're here for, is to help you start moving forward, not just thinking about it, not just dreaming about it, not just envisioning it, but actually taking steps forward. So stick with us till the end because we're going to be giving you actionable steps to take today. Yes, today. So to get you started moving towards your dream. So make sure you stay until the end.
And I am your co-host, Charisse Reed. And today we're going to be talking about some things, girl, some things. And we all do it. I'm still, I'm guilty of it. It's something that I do as well. But as you grow, this is something that you can learn from. And we know how easy it is to get stuff in your mind. That voice that you keep hearing, that is not the perfect time. We have to wait. I'm going to wait for that 10 pounds to come off. I'm going to wait till I have the money. I'm going to wait till my kids grow up. I'm going to wait till I get married again. All of those things. Life is going to life. Whether you be a part of it, a willing participant or not, it is going to happen. So
going right by.
Right by. And you just have to be prepared for this. So today we're going to be breaking down 3 simple steps that can get you out of the starting gate. It can get you going in the right direction of the dream life and just the life in general that you want. I'm going to talk about that and get you going and get things happening this year. Not just doing it.
Yeah. So before we dive right into this topic, just want to take a minute to just kind of woosah and just see how your week has been going. I know I've been on the road and just got back last night from hanging out with my youngest daughter, getting her settled into her new old home. She's actually moved on to the land that her dad was raised on and taking over her grandparents' home, who are now deceased. And it was just a pleasure to be there. A pleasure.
Wow, that's like a full circle moment.
It is. It really is.
Where she, her grandparents. Oh my gosh, the legacy there. Oh, I love it. I love it. My week was busy. Not as busy as yours, but it was busy per usual. But I'm taking the time to learn to shut my computer off, have an ending time, because otherwise I'll go, because that mind just goes. So
yeah,
I just wanted to take some time to kind of get back into a schedule, a routine of shutting down at the end of the day so I can live life and not just.
Yes, yes, yes. Today, we're going to be discussing several topics. So one of them is fear of failure, fear of success, just fear in general. Yeah. Another one is how society trains us to believe we need to have all the right conditions before we actually take the leap. And that's what one of the things is that just gets in our way from just starting today, moving forward.
Oh, yes. And that inner critic that say you're not ready, you need more time, or you'll fail. That little voice that keeps nagging at you. And then life's distractions or responsibilities piling up. Things that you need to do. Those doctor visits, those mammograms, hello. Those things that we don't think about, making it feel impossible to prioritize your dreams because you have so much going on that you just don't know how to put them in this right category.
Yeah, we've all been there. We have definitely all been there. And, just hearing that little voice in your head that's saying you can't do it or you're not ready, but guess what? Your dreams are not going to wait for perfect conditions. It's like you move forward and you rise to the occasion. That's the only way you're going to even know you have it in you. You're going to be able to prove to yourself that you have it in you to go forward. But if you never try, imagine just, not ever trying to at least pursue your dreams.
Yeah.
And they really do start to, come together because you need that momentum. You need the momentum of movement in order to even start seeing things pop off.
Exactly. And you got to be willing to want to start. You can't say, I want to take action, I want to do these things, and don't move. You
Right.
got to, take some steps. It doesn't have to be big and huge and this big production. Small steps are always better than no steps. Not
Hmm.
perfection, but small steps, intentional steps.
Right.
So let's go ahead and get started on those steps so we can make today a day of beginnings and not stopping anymore and going right head first into the dreams that we want in our life.
Okay. So this first step we're going to talk about is identifying and releasing those mental roadblocks. So the first step is recognizing what are your mental roadblocks that are keeping you stuck? What's that negative belief you have or the fears you have, that inner critic, that we talked about? It's really important for you to sit with your dreams and really see what comes up for you. What are some of the feelings that start to come up for you? What are some of the thoughts that come up for you? What are some of the beliefs that you have that are limiting you and your ability to move forward? And so once you sit with that and they start rising up, I want you to write them down. Write them down one at a time, right? And then after you see you have them all down, I want you to challenge every single one of them. Ask yourself, first of all, is this even true? Is it true? Because we have a lot of beliefs in our heads sometimes that are clearly just not true. It's just something that's been, playing in the backgrounds of our minds for years and years and years. It's something we heard other people say about us or, about our circumstances, right? So I want you to challenge it. Is it true? And then I also want you to look at it and say, or is this my fear talking? Is this just plain fear talking? And then we want to start replacing those limiting beliefs with your empowering truths. So, for me, if it's, if one of my limiting beliefs is like, you know what, I'm too old to be starting a new business. Well, first of all, is it true? No, because we know that women have started businesses and been very successful later in life. So it's not true. And then I have to come up with something to kind of counter it. So it's like thinking of the women who have been successful, coming up with my own affirmation. It's like it's never too late for me to be bigger and better and bolder. Whatever it is for you, you need to counter those thoughts, those fears, those beliefs. It's very important to have the counter. Don't just sit with the belief. And so that's just handling those mental roadblocks so that you can release them and start making your way forward.
That is so amazing that you even say that, because I think we don't think about how much power our mind has, and how one doubt that you have about yourself, how it can just grow, and show up at the most craziest time when you're trying to improve yourself or do something different. It just shows up.
Mm-hmm.
So, just getting control of that
Yes.
is a something that you have to work on.
Mm-hmm.
You can't
Yeah.
just,
It's not just going to go away, right? It's not
no,
just going to go away. It's not, you have to really
no.
work at it. You really have to
Yeah.
work at
Yeah.
it.
And with that, you have big dreams. We all have that huge dream. We talked about having a dream so big it scares you. But sometimes when you see that big dream, it can be overwhelming, especially when you're trying to work towards it. So I always suggest breaking those big dreams down, bringing them down to micro steps, because then that'll allow you to, okay, I can attain this, I can attain that. So taking that annual dream, breaking it down to, I don't even say monthly, I say quarterly, and then maybe monthly, depending on how big that dream is, and then start chipping at it,
Mm-hmm.
and asking yourself, what's the smallest step I can take today? What is the one thing I can do today? We may have a to-do list of 10 things, and maybe you want to add in that 10 things, that one thing that you need to do to get closer to that dream, to get closer to that goal. Maybe it's researching a topic, making a phone call, or even
Mm-hmm.
setting up a 15-minute brainstorming session. Whatever it is, you need to put that step inside your to-do list, because
And
that's
then
going to
check it
remind
off.
you. Yeah, and check it out, because sometimes we just try to do too much. It's certain
Right.
things, especially when you're running a business or you're trying to start a business or you're going to work and you have a family to take care of. You have so many things you have to do, but you have to be intentional about putting the things that you need to do and want to do to get closer and closer to your dreams and goals, the things that you know have a passion for. Because once you create that, now the key is consistency. You want to be consistent with it. So if you start a routine, it's going to be hard at first because you know you're breaking an old habit of not having anything. Now you have another habit. So you have to create those good routines or good habits in order for you to start getting consistency. And that will build the momentum. It'll keep you moving forward and you won't feel as overwhelmed. And when you
Right.
go back, I suggest, reviewing where you are every month, because then you'll see just how far you've come to see, oh man, I'm closer to what I thought I needed to do for the month. And then it'll allow you to see the progress and it gives you more confidence and it encourages you to keep on going. So keep
Mm-hmm.
it simple with just 3 micro goals a day, 1 to 3. Don't overload yourself because again, it's things that you have to do. So you may be able to put in, 2 goals or 3 goals or just one, at least one that you can really focus on and make sure that one is done every day. And that won't
Mm-hmm.
overwhelm you because it's only one.
Right.
And then that will build accountability. Find you an accountability coach or
Mm-hmm.
accountability partner or someone that's going to get on your neck and say, girl, I know you said you was going to do it. What is it looking like? You
Right.
need someone who's going to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
Right.
That's a real accountability partner. I don't
Yes.
want you to be sweet with me. I want you to
No.
stay on my neck because just like if you go to the gym with a trainer, when you get in there, they're going to know if you didn't do what you needed to do or eat correctly for the week. They know that because when they start training you, they're going to see just how weak your body is. It is not performing well because you're not doing your part. So
Yeah.
that's where accountability partners come in, and that's so effective.
And you get tired of saying I didn't do anything. Oops, I didn't do anything. Oops, I didn't do it. Yeah, you go. You do. It's like okay,
Right.
okay,
Girl, what
we ain't gonna do
you say?
something. You
No, you
said
right. Or you just don't want you need to change your goal because evidently that goal is not working for you, honey. You need to find
yes.
you something else because you don't even care to do nothing. So
Yes, yes. And the nice thing about these smaller goals, and sometimes when you're setting up your day, if you could put those small things that you know you can accomplish up in the beginning of your day, you're starting the day on a positive note because you're like, wow,
ooh,
I got
yes.
some things accomplished. So don't make
Mhm.
those great big tasks the first thing you do. Make
Yes.
sure that you put those small, achievable goals at the top of your day so that you start your day off with some success.
That is good stuff. I like that because I normally try to fit it in, but no, I need to make that the beginning of my day because then it would change the energy of
Yes.
the day because now I'm all excited because I completed that one thing that's gonna get me to where I'm trying to go. Yes, yes, I love that. I love that. Mental note.
Yes, yes, yes. And so, the third step in this is to really schedule your reflection and celebration time weekly. Because, sometimes if we look at this huge goal we have and we're not able to celebrate it until it's all accomplished, then we miss out on really motivating ourselves to keep going forward, to get that momentum. So you want to make sure that you don't wait until you've reached that finish line to celebrate. Set a
Mhm.
time, sometime each week, and reflect on the progress you've made and celebrate your wins. And this isn't the first time we talked about celebrating our wins.
Yeah.
It's a very crucial thing because that inner critic, all of the things that prevent us from really feeling good about ourselves or what it is that we're trying to do are there, right? And we need to work against them. But
Mhm.
celebrating our wins is something that can really help us to see our progress, acknowledge ourselves and the work that we're doing. And it's crucial. It is really crucial in attaining our dreams. So please make sure that you take that time and celebrate your wins every single week. And then write down what worked and what didn't, what you
Mhm.
learned over the week and what you accomplished and what you might need to change and this will help you to first of all come up with a game plan for what's not working acknowledge what did, and you know that, okay, I'm going to keep doing that because that really worked. And just make the adjustments to what it is that you're doing as you go along the way. And even if it's just pushing yourself past the self-doubt for a day, that's a win. That is a big win. And you need to celebrate that as well. Because when you celebrate, you keep your energy high and you remind yourself that you are moving in the right direction. And it just keeps you motivated to keep going forward. And we need that. We need that encouragement and motivation to do the big things that we have planned for this 2025. And
Yeah.
success builds, it builds confidence, and confidence keeps us going in the right direction. It keeps us in motion.
Yeah. And I heard this, I saw this on a YouTube channel or a post, but it is said that when you celebrate your wins, it gives you the same effect of eating a piece of chocolate.
I love it.
The way you feel so good and excited. I think they said something about endorphins.
Yeah,
It makes you feel so good, and you feel, like, whoa, I did, especially when it's something that you stuck to, something that you doubted yourself to do, and you did it anyway, and it happens, it makes it even greater. So celebration is an important thing, because you're your cheerleader.
You are. You are. And some psychology behind it too is, so when we play back in our minds the things we didn't do right, our brain doesn't realize that those are the same event. So if I keep reliving that, I didn't do a good job in my last, business, right? Your brain doesn't realize that that's just one incident. Every time you relive that failure, it's another failure in your brain. That's why it's so critical to celebrate the win, so that you can counteract all those times you beat yourself up for not doing what it is that you wanted to do. So
That's
please
deep.
make sure you celebrate those wins. Yeah. And so it's really about creating a lifestyle where your dreams are just part of your daily routine. And it's not about someday, it's about today. Show is really about action. Action, action, action. We've got to take the action to make these dreams come to life. And so, speaking of action,
y'all know what we do around here.
Here is your challenge for the week. We want you to choose one of these steps. We gave you 3. So remember, the steps were: 1, identify and release your mental roadblocks. Identify and release your mental roadblocks. Number 2, create a micro plan for your next step. And 3, schedule reflection and celebration time weekly. So we want you to choose one of these steps and commit to it every single day, whether it's identifying those mental roadblocks we talked about, that inner critic, etc., or whether it's creating your plan, which is important as well, or setting aside that time to really celebrate your wins. Pick something and do it every day this week.
Yeah, and remember, now we staying on your neck. We not letting up, because again, like Monet said, this is all about action. You will not get out of where you are now and create the life that you love and want to be if you don't take action. So the next thing after you've done all of that is to share it with us using the hashtag Dream Heal Thrive. And let us celebrate your progress and bravery. We want to share with you, and we want you to share with us how it's going and what we can do to support you in this journey.
Absolutely. I love that. Yes. If this episode resonated with you, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And please share it with a sister who needs some help, some support, and who needs some encouragement to stop waiting for someday. Yeah. So remember, sis,
here's to dreaming, healing, and thriving. See you next time. Bye.